Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since I made a video, and it is for extremely good reason. I've been batshit crazy, and there's been parts arriving all the time, and lots of stuff's gone on. So I want to talk to you about what we see here. Oh my god, look at that thing. It is forced induction sex right there. Twin scrolls, ceramic internals with 360-degree thrust bearings. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely awesome. Yeah, water cooled, oil cooled. Huge discharge on it, which has actually posed a bit of a problem. But anyway, so downpipe is inbound. You can see down there we've got our we've got some choo-choo going on. So external wastegate HKS 44mm wastegate sat down there. We have the upper intake manifold off. We don't have the lower intake manifold off. I've done so these are you can see on here, look, the blanking plates that are in various locations, because obviously no air pump. So we've done loads and loads of things. I did actually so these down here, these are your OMP injectors. So this is your oil injectors that squirts oil into the engine for lubrication, and one of the hoses became detached. It's brittle and cracked, so that's a bit of a day ruiner, but apart from that we're good. And then all these connectors here, a lot of these, I would say like 80% of them are going to come out, so it's just got to figure it out, go through the wiring diagrams and rip out what you don't need. A lot of these do actually like daisy chain through each other, and some of them actually feed supplies to other things that I'm actually going to be keeping, like on my throttle body and stuff. So it's extremely important we go through that carefully when we remove it, because if you start hacking at it, you'll start getting all kinds of weird and wonderful things going on with your car. And chasing down butchered electrical faults is absolute nightmare. It is horrific. It's almost just buy a new harness, because especially harnesses like this, because they get brittle, and even though they might have started off as soft plastic, they crack easily just by touching them. So you want to avoid that, and that is why all my injector ports right now have paper towel stuff down them, because it literally can get in there so easy. I vacuumed this like crazy, guys. Like, I went absolutely balls to the wall cleaning out in here before I took the rails out. So this is where your secondary fuel rail is, back there, and that's the actual connector for the injector. And then these are your primary injectors. Oh, we can't see. Get some light down there. Yeah, so they're getting replaced. I have new injectors on order. I've got some low impedance injectors coming for that, so I don't have to mess around soldering resistors and things. So I'm running 1700cc in the secondaries, and I'm going to be running 1000s in the primaries. That's so much injector. I've got a 340 litre per hour fuel pump coming, air motive, fuel pressure regulator. I've got all braided lines. I've got some custom rails coming. The rails that I've got coming are, I bought them deliberately wrong, and I bought them because if I ever go to the 13B RE engine, they will intake manifolds, they will marry up perfectly, and they have extra ports in them, so we're going to be blanking the ports that we don't need, just in case I do eventually go with the 13B RE, UIM and LIM. So anyway, digress. There we go, look, there's the oil cap installed, all REMMU, and down here same thing, look. So we'll talk about what we've done. So we deleted the air pump, and then when you delete the air pump, you need to make sure your water pump has enough belt running on it. So a lot of people buy kits from Tweakit or Pineapple Racing. Greddy have a semi-decent kit as well. But all these things are about $200 US, which right now is just like $1 million to everybody else on the planet, because their currency is so strong. So I went into R&D mode, and I developed my own idler pulley. So I've been working on this for about a month now, and finally got it right. I've got a little bit of adjustment in this as well if I need to give a bit more tension. So that tensioner bolt's up there quite high. I could probably run a 1-inch smaller belt and drop the alternator down, but the actual, what you got to be careful of is you don't want to over tension this belt. If you can twist that and can't get it any further than a quarter of a turn, then you're pretty much 99% perfect. a lot of people, what they've been doing when they've been getting rid of the air pump is over tightening the alternator to get this to sit snug up against the actual water pump, but at high RPM it can slip still, and it has caused engine problems, engine failures. So I wanted to make sure we got as much of that pulley with belt on it, and that's what I did. So I'll put this in here, and it works fantastic. As you can see, we've got tons of clearance between the GT35R, and what happens is when you over torque this, whether it's got the air pump deleted or not, if you over torque this, what you do is you actually put stress on this belt, which puts stress on the shaft, and people have actually got damaged and worn bearings from actually over torquing the belt on the eccentric shaft. So you've got to be really, really careful about that, guys. This is important to get these tensions good. That one's a little bit tight actually, but that one, yeah, no, we're good there. So anyway, so this is it so far. So lots and lots of progress. So this is my 2-core rad. It's got a little bit beaten up on the R&D side of it. A little bit of welding, aluminum welding gone on, but it is solid as a rock. So this is part of the V-mount kit I was talking about, and we'll go and have a look at the intercooler right now. So here's the intercooler, guys. So what I've done is, this is all set up. This is actually, all the R&D was done for twin turbo. I actually made up this bracket. And what that does is, if I can show you. Sit in there. So what it actually does is, it actually sits on the slam panel at the front of the car. And that's where the actual latch is for the hood. This completely blocks off any possibility of any air travelling through the gaps between the V-mount setup. So when it's actually in, it looks like a complete aluminum box section actually in the car, and it looks absolutely awesome. I've managed to polish this up pretty much like a mirror. I've still got some to go, but I don't want to go overboard. I don't want actually a mirror in there, but you can see, look at the reflection. It's pretty cool. So that's just aluminum. That's just 50 grade, 5000 grade. I'm not say 5051 aluminum. Whenever you're bending this stuff, guys, always look for the grain as well. That's a common mistake people make, and they crack it. But yeah, so that's that so far. So far, engine-wise, we are getting there. She is getting built. I've got a box full of parts. I've got my Spirit R Type RS turbos off now, and it's just a case of playing the waiting game. So like I said, we've got fuel pump injectors, fuel rails, lines, oil feeds, oil return, coolant feed, coolant return to go in. I have done down, I can't show you. So down inside there is where the ABS line came through. I've actually relocated that back there, so you can see that little grommet, that plastic clip down there. That's where the ABS is, and it routes up to this connector here. So I've moved that out of the way because it came right at the back of the turbine. The other thing that I moved is, this is the heater matrix coolant feed to give you heat. So I've actually, it was set up here, so I've actually put a threaded insert, drilled this and put a threaded insert in here, and then bolted it in down here, well and truly out of the way of the turbo. It's all metal, so I'm not really worried, and it's hot air, hot water in there anyway, so it's not like it's a big deal. And that runs all the way back there and through the bulkhead. But anyway, guys, this is the engine right now, and we've just got to play a bit more waiting game before we get some more stuff done. But stand by, I've got videos of the exterior coming, videos of the interior coming, and all this other good stuff. So lots and lots have happened since my last video. But I'll talk to you later, guys. Take her easy. Bye now.